Hello and welcome. I wanted to create a video that maybe helps somebody save some time, money, and possibly also some unnecessary stress, and most importantly, gets them back sim racing. And so on to my particular experiences, and which I'd like to share. My first wheel was a used Logitech Driving Force GT, often referred to as DFGT. Many have pointed out it's a very good set to start with, as it includes force feedback and 900 degrees of wheel rotation. And on the topic of the DFGT, I should mention the sequential paddle shifter mods for the DFGT available from GranTurismo.com. I ordered a set for my wheel and it made such a difference. I don't think I would have completed so many hours in Dirt Rally without them. I have no connection to the guys at Gran Turismo, I just thought I'd mention it. I then upgraded, or at least so I thought, to a Thrustmaster T300 Ferrari Alcantara edition wheel, which includes a T300 base, a replica Ferrari 599XX Evo rim, and T3 PA pedals. This set had some good reviews, and I recall Inside Sim Racing listing it as one of the best value bundles at the time.
The same size as this, made by Thrustmaster, was the original GT rim for the T500, which doesn't have paddles.
Yes.
So you're getting the paddles with this, you're getting the really nice soft Alcantara. It's a great deal. And then if you're getting that whole package deal, the Integral for $469, that is a bargain and a half.
That is the best deal right now in sim racing when it comes to hardware.
Yeah, $469.99, and you get this rim, 3 pedal set, and the T300 base, which is one of the best bases in sim racing right now. PS3, PS4, and PC compatible. Can't go wrong with it.
Nope.
I was happy with my new wheel, but after about 4 months, the wheelbase developed an issue. I contacted Thrustmaster support, who first suggested that having the wheel mounted on a Wheel Stand Pro was a possible issue, and that I should place the wheelbase on a desk using the clamp provided inside the box. Having the wheel on a Wheel Stand Pro was of course not an issue, but I did as instructed. They then agreed to a warranty repair and began the RMA process, but I instead returned it to the original retailer as it was available locally. The retailer didn't have a replacement, so I instead took a full refund. I decided to buy a replacement set, but I had to buy from another retailer in the northern part of the country, as the original retailer didn't have any more stock. Maybe I was a bit crazy, but I liked the set and didn't want to be without a wheel, and the previous wheel, the DFGT, had already been sold. After 6 months or so, the second set also developed an issue. And this time around, as the retailer wasn't available locally, I couldn't easily return the wheel. And when I called the retailer, they suggested that I first contact Thrustmaster support and get them to confirm an issue before the retailer would accept a return for replacement. And so I decided to try proceeding with the RMA process. In Europe, the RMA process will involve sending your wheelbase to France. The base will go to Carentoire, which is near Rennes in northwestern France. In terms of the location, it's close to Paris. West of that is Le Mans, and west again is Rennes, and then Carentoire. An interesting side note, directly northeast of Carentoire are the beaches of Normandy, where the D-Day landings occurred in June 1944. The Thrustmaster brand is part of the Guillemot Corporation, which is related to the Guillemot brothers of Ubisoft. And the Guillemot Corporation also manufactures audio equipment under the Hercules brand. To complete the RMA process, it may take 2 to 3 weeks, which of course will depend on where you happen to be located. Following the completion of the RMA process, my wheelbase was returned, but then a few months later, it developed another issue. I contacted Thrustmaster support again. They first suggested that the wheel rim was screwed too tight to the wheel base, and so they suggested that I remove the wheel rim and test using the wheel hub only. The audio in this clip is a little bit out of sync, but you'll still get the idea. Here I want to emphasize that I was running the wheel using default settings and without any additional software running in the background. For these recordings, I kept the wheelbase mounted on the Wheelstand Pro, since at this point I didn't consider it an issue, but it's still recommended to bolt the wheelbase to a desk or table using the clamp provided inside the box. Thrustmaster support eventually agreed to another RMA, but following a conversation with the retailer, I managed to get the set replaced. Although it came with 1 year out of a 2-year warranty remaining, as the warranty period was based on when the original set was purchased. So I'm now on my third T300 set, and so far all seems to be okay. Some quick tips for those considering purchasing a Thrustmaster set, which may include a T300 style base. If possible, purchase your wheel from a locally available retailer, and so if your wheel develops any issues, you can easily return the wheel to get a refund or a replacement. And when purchasing a Thrustmaster set, check your wheel warranty period, and if you develop an issue, who should you contact first, Thrustmaster support or the retailer? And if your wheelbase develops an issue, your retailer may require that you have the fault confirmed by Thrustmaster support as part of the RMA process before the retailer will accept a return. I'll now quickly outline the RMA process and what you should be looking out for. You start by visiting the Thrustmaster support site at support.thrustmaster.com. Through the site, you can contact support, which will create a support ticket. The easiest way to set up the contact form appears to be to search for your product name, and then click Contact Us for this product, which will auto insert your product name in the form. You'll then be requested to somehow explain your issue, for example using video. As I've already suggested, bolt your wheelbase to a desk or table using the clamp provided in the box, and connect it to your PC or console without any game running in the background. Creating a video using your phone will do, but try and reduce any possible background noise as much as possible. Thrustmaster Support will provide you with a link where you will log in and upload any video clips you create. And you'll also be requested to provide a copy of your original purchase receipt along with an image of the wheelbase which displays the base serial number. They will then send you a prepaid postal order for shipping the wheelbase to be checked. Note that you will be sending the wheelbase only, nothing else. And they may also inform you that if the box you post the wheelbase in is too large, you may be charged for excess postage. When my second wheelbase returned from the RMA process, I noted the size of the box, which measured 39 by 30 by 20 centimeters. I'll include some additional tips which will maybe help you prevent errors when using your wheel. The latest firmware from Thrustmaster allows manual control of the cooling fan. The internal cooling fan will operate automatically when needed, but you can also turn it on manually by pressing the mode button plus button 8. Button 8 you access by turning the Manatino switch to the right. This example video by the Sim Racing Garage shows the internal mechanism of a T300 base. Here you can clearly see the T300 motor and the cooling fan. Also, before attempting to check for any firmware upgrades, run the Update Service app to check for any updates first. If you experience any firmware update download errors, you can try right-clicking on the application icon and select Run as Administrator. If you find this video useful at all, I would appreciate a like and possibly also a subscription to my channel. And if you know somebody who either owns a T300 based set or is looking to purchase one, please share the video with them.